and pour your heart to me like it's a beautiful day. Though sun's not shining on
Welcome to
us,
Change the Narrative, and I am your lovely host with the most, Devyn Kelly, and I'm here to just share with you guys and to just tell you guys again Happy New Year. And also, I want to see how you guys are doing on this water challenge. I had one person hit me up and say they were doing it. I saw a couple people in my inbox, but I'm telling you, it's a real challenge for me to have to get up at 2 a.m. to, man. But hopefully you guys will stick with me. Right now we're on day 8. It's January 8th. So actually day 7 because we started on the 2nd. So day 7. So guys, push through. It's been a journey, but the skin is, I think it's glowing. So I'm gonna stick with it. Also, I have some amazing news for everybody who loved the movie Black Panther. I mean, that movie just really made me, I familiarized with it so much. It made me feel like prideful. It made me want to get my best wax prints and do the sign and all those things. But I have a little surprise for you. Dr. Chimborazo Cuello, the African Union ambassador, announced actually a few months ago, but I watch a lot of international shows and podcasts, so sometimes I get the news a little late, but I get it. Guys, there is going to be a Wakanda Village #1. I am not lying to y'all. I'm not lying. Seriously, Wakanda Village #1. They're registering an African Global Fund, and it gives us the opportunity to have our own Africa. Apparently, Akon is on the board, and I mean, I think this is really cool. Also, I feel like there were a couple of villages, Zimbabwe and another village, that offered land to, I guess, create Wakanda Village #1. I hear that there is a hospital, and I know this sounds like it's not true, and it was weird to me, but this is the real life. So I'm just hoping that it actually happens. I'm hoping that within the next 2 to 3 years, we will be visiting. Hopefully, in the next 2 to 3 years, we will be visiting Wakanda Village #1 in Zimbabwe, and I think Zambia and Zimbabwe. Hold on, let's look it up. Wakanda Village #1.
Okay, I found this on the web for Wakanda Village #1.
She said Wakanda. No. Okay, we're looking. Okay, I want you guys to know.
I found this on the web.
No, that's not Wakanda. Wakanda Village #1. Why don't they know how to spell Wakanda? Like, I thought we were past that. Wakanda forever. I can't wait till they have a church in Wakanda. I wonder what kind of music they're going to sing in the church in Wakanda. Like, I feel like the church in Wakanda is going to be lit, y'all. That's when I'm going to really start back going. That's when y'all going to see the change.
Do a Wakanda church song.
Wakanda forever. Can I get my mic? Wakanda forever. Forever. Wakanda. Is this thing on? Forever. We love you. We love No, seriously though, I think this is gonna be amazing, guys. Basically two governments agreed to give I think one agreed to give 123 acres, another, I forgot the amount of acres, but basically the acres are joined by an island. It's like an island or a body of water, and they're built around it. So I think it's Zimbabwe and Zambia, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's no joke. It's apparently happening. So if you guys want to know more about Wakanda Village #1, Jay. Guys, if you guys want to know more about Wakanda Village #1, look up Dr. Chimborazo. That's Chimborazo. Cuello, that's Quao. She's the African Union ambassador. And maybe if you reach out, she can answer some more questions, because I definitely have questions I want to know if I can open up the first studio and nail shop in Wakanda. Okay, and I'm definitely gonna get baptized in the Church of Wakanda. Okay. Anyway, and also they basically said that Black Panther is the utopia that Africa is. I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily believe that, but I do believe that it definitely struck a nerve within a lot of us and made us really want to own where we come from, because for once, maybe it happened before, but for once we were able to enjoy a visual of Africa where it was beautiful, and that they were arguing not over miscellaneous things but over land and over riches, which is what Africa is. It's not just the famine that they show and the flies on the baby. There are a lot of riches in Africa. So I think that was the fascination with Wakanda, and I'm excited for Village Number 1, and hopefully we will see it. Akon, let your girl know where the church in the studio gonna be at. Okay, next in sports. I like sports a lot. James Harden, of course, holding it down for the Rockets, holding it down. And I mean, definitely in the running for the whole, was it MVP?
Yeah, MVP.
Yeah, he's definitely in the running to be the MVP for sure. I kind of like his style. Y'all be trying to clown and stuff, but I like when, like, you know, the taller, bigger, more masculine man decides to take pride in his style. I think that's admirable. So we're going to give him that. We're going to give you sports and candidate for MVP, and we're going to give you style because you definitely got that going for yourself. Also, I want to know who your stylist is. I wonder if Siri can tell me. Siri, who is James Harden's stylist?
James Harden currently plays shooting guard for the Rockets.
I asked who his child Siri. We're going to find out who James Harden's stylist is, because he's definitely expressing himself, and you can tell when somebody is specifically asking for a certain look or a certain vibe. And sometimes when you're dealing with energies, especially when you're dealing with people who are of a higher level, sometimes a style reflects a level or reflects of elevation, kind of like you either trying to level up or show that you're ready for something else. So maybe he is ready to be the MVP, but LeBron James, he's in the running as well. I know he's been out on injury, and the Lakers finally won against the Dallas Mavericks. And I know I'm from Texas or whatever, but the Rockets is my team, and I like the Lakers because I live in LA. So the question is, when LeBron gets back, do you guys think that he may be in the running to be the MVP for this year? I mean, because, like, honestly, I watch sports. I go to the games. If you guys look at my Instagram, I'm always at the Rockets games. I don't know. Like, it could be close, because I feel like sometimes when you have an injury, when you have a certain setback, and then you come back, it's just like that energy might propel you. You know what I'm saying? And James Harden is really, really killing it, and he has the energy of the people saying they the best. Speaking of the best, there was a little dispute about LeBron saying that he was a GOAT. Okay, guys, listen. We're in 2019. Everybody thinks that they're the best at what they do. But if you do something very, very well, I don't think it's so bad to say you're the GOAT. I mean, and the thing about it is they try to compare him to when they asked Michael Jordan if he was the best, when they asked Kobe. But they have totally different personalities, especially because now we're in an era where you're supposed to boost your confidence, say how you feel about yourself, say how you feel about everything around you. But in those eras, it was in like Kobe era, it was more about humility and thinking about the people that came before you, and same with Jordan. Now it's kind of like, do you want to win? Do you want to win? So, you know, I feel like saying that you're the GOAT is kind of more prophetic than like arrogant. So LeBron, I feel you. James Harden, I see you. Yeah, I've definitely been getting into the basketball thing, because seeing live sports, I know I always say this, but going to the game really makes you feel like it's a part of you. So I know how people be getting mad and stuff, because like when you go to the game, you see how hard people work, you think about the story. So it's not about what you just see before you, or even the athletes that's making all this money. It's like it's bigger than that. It's like a story. It's like seeing a star on the stage. You like, dang, they came from somewhere. You feel me? And now they about to win this one game right here, and they came all the way from where they came from just for this moment, you know? So that's how I feel about it. I don't know if y'all think that deeply, but you know, it's just me. Sorry. The government shutdown. Okay. So I don't have many comments. I have more. Okay, so during this government shutdown, basically there are a lot of misconceptions as to what's going on. I really don't know because I'm not really tuned in all the way, because every time I turn on CNN and stuff, it makes me have like anxiety and I get really, really, really nervous about the future. So I try not to feed too much into it. But in LA right now, man, I was on my way to the airport to head out and I almost didn't want to leave. Those lines are so long, like even to get into the airport. And then basically TSA is not getting paid right now during the government shutdown, so they're not trying to work. So even going through TSA, it's like, bro, it's really getting crazy. So hopefully whatever's happening in this government shutdown, hopefully we all just get through it. And I hope the TSA, I hope y'all get y'all checks, because we need you. Like we traveling, and like a lot of people aren't used to coming to the airport 4 hours early, you know, to catch a flight. So just hopefully everything works out. And I mean, it gets even deeper than that. But like I said, I don't really understand, and it gets so overwhelming to watch. I really feel like I need to speak to someone like that's in the government. Maybe we can do that soon if the shutdown lasts longer than expected, because I feel like we need to know. Like going through my Instagram timeline, Twitter, Facebook, all I see is questions. And it's not just children asking questions. These are like adults, taxpayers, people who live in this world, and we are kind of like, a lot of people are unaware. And that, I feel like that's why a lot of people don't want to vote, and a lot of people don't want to put their faith in the government. It's because it's hard to understand what these things are. So we're going to have more clarity on the government shutdown, but the TSA thing in LA, like, that is huge. I mean, like, to me, that's just the beginning, you know? So, all the best. What else? Oh. So, to me, in the light of the government shutdown, I feel like there are major things. I feel like it's also forcing us to go into our communities and to kind of fix things and to do what we can. And also it's giving people like different mayors and different government officials I guess it's making them want to do more for the community and give us more incentive for, you know, just goodness sake. You know, I feel like we're in the land of the free and home of the brave, and it should feel that way. So shout out to the mayor of New York, Mayor Bill de Blasio. He plans on giving health care to all NYC residents, no matter the income or even if you're an immigrant. And I love that. I remember last year when I was in Europe, I went to Barcelona and I was speaking to a friend that actually follows me on Instagram right now. Hi, I don't remember your name. I do remember your name, but anyways. I was talking to someone, and they were telling me, like, you know, Europe is so different than America. In America, you guys want things so fast. In Europe, if there's a problem, we can go somewhere and they'll fix it. He was saying, like, in Europe, if we don't have a home, even if you don't have an identification, you can go to the government and they'll give you money and make sure you have a place to stay. And that's why when you go to Europe, you don't really see so many people. You might see some, what they call refugees, 1 or 2 on the corner asking for money, but for the most part, you don't see a Skid Row in Paris. Because they have a way. You don't see a Skid Row in Barcelona because they have a way. So I think this is amazing, and I hope that this could be a model for other states to follow, and maybe it can help with some of the things that are going on in the world. So shout out to Bill de Blasio. I hope I pronounced your name right, but you're an awesome mayor. Go New York. Speaking of Europe, you know I always have to add some music stuff in here because I am a singer. Beyonce and Jay-Z helped the Louvre. The Louvre Museum is in Paris. They helped the Louvre with their viral visual Ape Shit. After they shot the video at the Louvre Museum, they got over, I think, 142 million views. And the museum spiked to a record-breaking 1.2 million visitors. And I would like to say you're welcome to the Louvre Museum, because I went there twice last year. So I guess, you know, I was a part of that. So you're welcome. All right, Jay, are you going to put the pictures up?
Yeah.
Okay, so the pictures are going to show. I had an amazing time both times I went. The first time I went, I had a shoot for my selfie lights. And I really, really got to enjoy, and I found out a lot of history about the Louvre Museum and about Paris. And it's not just about the Mona Lisa. You know, there are just a lot of things about European culture and even African culture that I found out at the Louvre. So make sure you visit. And I feel like that's what's so cool about pop culture, and what Jay-Z and Beyonce kind of did with shooting their video, just being artistic. I feel like if it were me, I'd be like, I'm shooting my video at the Louvre because I am art, and the most beautiful artistic pieces are here, you know? So I think that was really, really cool. I'm glad that I could be a part of the record-breaking experience. So that was cool. And the museum also reported that no other museum had ever reached that figure. So, like, I feel like this is just a new door open for pop culture to merge with history and art, and to bring awareness to the things that maybe we don't know, or the things we've already seen. Because I actually went to the Louvre. I've been to the Louvre 5 times in total in Paris. And I always just thought it was beautiful. And I always wanted to see the Mona Lisa and just the basic things. But when you see people that are major in pop culture acknowledge art, it just makes you want to look from a different perspective. Like, makes you want to see maybe what they saw, or think of the reason why. Like when I was like in front of the Mona Lisa, that sounds good. When I was in front of the Mona Lisa, I was thinking, like, I wonder what made Jay-Z and Beyonce want to shoot their video here. And like, I was thinking, like, if I shot a video at the Louvre, where would I want to shoot it? So there we go. Fortunately, now I have to head to the recording studio, and you guys are going to come with me. So I'm excited about this. I'm about to grab my shoes. So y'all go grab your orange juice, go grab your drink, your water, go grab your gallon of water. The water challenge is on. You guys can catch up, and you can start late. Like, you can still win and start late. Like, I am a fair person. I'm very, very fair. So if you guys want to join the water challenge, please, please do hit me up, or just do it and show me proof, and we could talk business. We could talk some business. Anyways, I'm about to go grab my shoes and my bag, and I'm heading to the recording studio. So you're welcome to come. See you soon.
Yeah, yeah. Smoking on Keisha. Yeah, yeah. Swiping on a visa. Yeah, yeah. Sex on a beach, like, why not? Yeah, my nigga vicious with the business. And he do the dishes, check. Got a nigga in his feelings, that I'm doing ambitious, yeah. Pull up on a real one. Elevate